Kiana Bennett. Good to see you, Kiana. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So another season on the hilltop, but this is going to be your final season here, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how did the summer go for you? I heard that everybody pretty much focused from what everybody was telling me. A lot of basketball on the mind, especially with the way that last season had ended, where you guys were really starting to come on strong. But that chemistry really, shown. You guys were really fighting towards the end.
I think this summer we kind of focused. We had a kind of like a summer workout to where we were like focusing on our connection, focusing on staying in shape, focusing on getting in the gym, and we took it very serious. And so, yeah, like you said, the connection piece was very important. From the beginning of the summer, we started reaching out. We're all across the United States, so we had to figure out how to stay in contact and greet. So.
Yeah, Coach Real was saying you guys were spread out around 2 time zones, essentially,
Yes.
trying to stay connected and making
Yes.
sure everybody was kind of following the plan during the offseason.
Yes.
What about for you personally? I know you had a big scoring run last year. We celebrated that as well, and it's like another accomplishment in your illustrious career. How do you stay motivated to be ready for this season?
I think just having a chip on my shoulder. I think I come into this program kind of very confident and looking to find something I was really good at in this conference. We have a really good conference. And yeah, I think just keeping that chip on my shoulder, continuing to grind, staying in the gym, working through my teammates. I think, yeah, that'll be very important for me coming up this season.
You mentioned teammates, and you do have a bulk of the team coming back, and I know you guys are already pretty close. The women's basketball team, in case you don't know, they're very good about going to support everybody else on campus. I know I caught y'all at softball.
Yes.
When we didn't have anybody during the middle of the day because it was like lunchtime, you guys show up and nice, loud, and proud.
Yes.
But you also have some new faces this year.
Yes.
And how were you all able to kind of incorporate the new faces on this team with the returners from last season?
I think we got some really good add-ins. I think culture-driven girls. I think they're bought in, and I think that I know that we'll be very connected by the time our first game gets here. And I really believe we got some really good add-ins. I think they're going to do great for us, and I'm very excited to see what we have.
Yeah, I'm also obviously excited too. I've called every game for like the last 15 years, it feels like, at this point. And again, the way you guys were playing, I know maybe a little inconsistent somewhere in the middle, but the way you guys were fighting towards the end, I always felt you guys were in every basketball game that was going towards the edge of it. From your perspective, like you said, you kind of still have that chip on the shoulder. What did you feel that you need to really do this season for this team to have success? What does Kiana Bennett have to really excel at?
I think I just need to be a prime scorer. I think I need to be able to hold the confidence for my team and knowing every night I need to come out playing as hard as I can, scoring buckets for us. That's going to be a big thing for me this year.
Let me ask you, how was the adjustment? This is going to be the second season in the Lone Star Conference from you. I always say it's like the premier conference in all of Division II.
Yes.
As a player, how did your perspective what did it look like to you as a player in your first season in the Lone Star Conference?
It was tough. We have a lot of competition. And coming from JUCO, I come from a pretty good.
Yeah, because
JUCO.
you're going to go against great players in JUCO all the time.
Exactly.
But to even come to this conference, I'm just I still think you're going to run into some potential D1 athletes.
Literally, and it's crazy because I tell my family this all the time. I'm like, Lone Star Conference, I would pick over any Division I, and I would say that just because the toughness of getting to the tournament. But you have competition. Every single game we play, it's competition. No matter if it's the lowest team in the conference, it's still hard, it's still tough. So yeah, I really love the Lone Star Conference. I think nobody takes a day off, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, I could definitely. It definitely proves true to what you're saying. I'm thinking about teams that might be towards the bottom of the table a lot of times, like Cameron, but nobody wants to make the trip to Oklahoma because you just never know what's going to happen in this conference.
Exactly.
Talking about trips, though, I heard that you all have that huge trip to Puerto Rico this coming year.
Yes.
How excited are you about that? Have you ever been before?
I've never been to Puerto Rico, so I was asking JJ. It was a bit of a surprise. So
okay, so this is a surprise.
Yes,
when did you guys find out?
We figured out probably couple weeks ago.
Okay, so this is still rather fresh.
Yes, it's fresh.
Okay, Jesse was telling me like, oh, you already had this all planned out. You already knew.
Well, they had it planned out. They gave us the information.
Okay,
like
so they held out on the jerseys,
Yes.
and then they held out on this trip to Puerto
trip.
Rico. Okay,
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited to go. I really wanted a big trip for my senior year, and they made it happen. So
Oh
I'm
man,
super excited.
this is nice when it all lines
Yes,
up. It
yes.
almost feels like a little extra celebration for
Yes.
everything you've accomplished, not just here on the hilltop, but throughout your entire athletic and academic career
Yes.
so far.
Yes.
Right. What is like the thing that you're looking forward to most about traveling to Puerto Rico?
I think my teammates are a really good time. I think we'll have a great time. I'm excited to check out the competition there. I just want to see some new things. I think the water will be beautiful. I'm a
Okay,
big
so
water
you're a beach
girl.
fan too.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so I'm just super excited to kind of see new things and experience that with my girls.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an experience that not everybody gets to have, even if you're playing, like you mentioned before, even in D1 athletics. Just because you
Exactly.
play for a D1 program doesn't mean that you get to travel to such fantastic locales all the
Exactly.
time.
Exactly.
But you're going to have that opportunity here at St. Edward's. And I know you haven't spent too much time on the hilltop, but
Exactly.
but I did kind of want to get like your perspective because I mean, obviously you have a lot of time with your teammates, and I know that accounts for a lot of your time here in Austin. How have you enjoyed the campus and the people here in the city, and obviously besides just your teammates?
Right.
Can you kind of just give us a little glimpse of how it has been, day for day for you here?
Austin's definitely been a jump for me. I'm from a small town. I come from a 2A high school, graduated with 49 students. So
Wow,
yeah,
that's
so
tiny.
Austin has been really good to me. Everyone's very welcoming on this campus. No one's very, like just judging. Everybody's supportive. Everybody's just bought into what St. Ed's brings, and that's what I love most about it. And I would tell anybody, I signed this contract to play basketball, but it was more than basketball. It felt better. It felt like a family. So St. Ed's has definitely been great for me. And Austin was very welcoming. I love the city. So
I have an interesting question for you. I've known Coach Reel for a long time now. Like I've seen her as an assistant coach before she even became head coach. But you haven't known her as long as I have. But what has been your perspective? Obviously, you signed that contract under the basis to play for Coach Reel. But what is it, the relationship between you and Coach Reel that you really appreciate during your time here, even though it's been shorter than others?
Right. So JJ's very genuine. She's like a second mom. I call her my mom outside of basketball. We're gonna have a long-lasting relationship. I think she just puts the importance of being a strong, convicted woman, being tough, being together, being united. So I really love JJ. She's come a long ways, and she's brought us along with us. She's come a long ways, and she's brought us along with us in a year span since I've been here. So
yeah,
I love JJ. She's the best.
I mean, I think you guys definitely have a whole lot of depth this coming season. I would be very excited to see what you guys are able to bring to the table this year.
Excited.
Kiana, I really appreciate your time again.
you.
Thank you again.
Thank
You can
you.
enjoy the rest of your media day.
Yes,